every team that will be newly added in EASFC as they got promoted this season. The first new team in the game is Argentinian side Belgrano. They were founded in 1905, which is 118 years ago, and they are the former team of Cristian Romero, who currently plays at Spurs, and Franco Vasquez, who currently plays at Parma. Do note that new leagues can still be added to FIFA 23, but none are confirmed currently. The second new team from Argentina is Instituto, who were founded in 1918, which is 104 years ago, and they are the former team of Paulo Dybala, who currently plays at AS Roma, and Marcelo Bielsa. We won't see any new teams from Australia as they have a closed competition. From Austria we see Blau-Weiß Linz promoted and newly added in EASFC, and they were founded in 1997, which is 25 years ago, and the club adopted the traditions of defunct club FC Linz, who had to merge with longtime rivals LASK Linz due to financial issues. LASK Linz currently also play in the first division. From Belgium we see RWD Molenbeek promoted, and they were founded in 1951, which is 72 years ago, and the club's full name is Racing White Daring Molenbeek. From China we see Qingdao Hainyu promoted, and they were founded in 1990, which is 33 years ago, and one of the club's nicknames is Seabull, and they are now back in the first division since the 2012-13 season. Nantong Xiyun were founded in 2016, which is just 7 years ago, and the current manager is former footballer Gabri, who used to play for Barcelona and Ajax. Næstved is a new Danish team that will get added into EASFC, and they were founded in 1939, which is 84 years ago, and they last played in the first tier in 2000. Hillerød Football were founded in 1937, which is 86 years ago, and they were promoted to the first tier for the first time in the club's history this year. From England we see Notts County added into EASFC, and they were founded in 1862, which is 160 years ago, and they are actually the oldest professional football club in the world. They were relegated from the Football League for the first time in the 2018-19 season, but are now back in League 2. Concarneau is a new French team that will be added into the game, and they were founded in 1911, which is 112 years ago, and they got promoted to League 2 for the first time in their club history. Dunkirk were founded in 1909, which is 114 years ago, and their nickname is the Seasiders. From Germany we see Lübeck newly added into the game. They were founded in 1919, which is 113 years ago, and they previously had Ali Dia at the club, who convinced Graham Souness, then the Southampton manager, that he was the cousin of George Weah. This ended up being a very famous story, as he wasn't actually the cousin of George Weah, and he is possibly the worst player to have ever played in the Premier League. SSV Ulm were originally founded in 1846, which is 177 years ago, but they were declared bankrupt in 2011. They only got promoted once to the Bundesliga in the 1998-99 season. Preußen Münster will also get added into the game, and they were founded in 1906, which is 117 years ago, and they were actually a founding member of the Bundesliga. And the last newly added team from Germany is Unterhaching, who were founded in 1925, which is 98 years ago. They are actually based in Munich, and they last played in the Bundesliga in the 2000-2001 season. There will be no new teams from India, as they also have a closed competition. From Italy we see Ferro Pizzalo promoted and newly added into the game, and they were founded in 2009, which is only 14 years ago, and they reached the Serie B for the first time in the club's history this year. Reggiana were founded in 1919, which is 103 years ago, and the club previously went bankrupt twice. They also had Brazilian goalkeeper icon Claudio Tavares at the club in the past. Catanzaro were founded in 1929, which is 94 years ago, and they will play in the Serie B for the first time in 17 years. Lecco is founded in 1912, which is 111 years ago, and they last played in the Serie B in the 1972-73 season. There is a slight side note though, as it's still unsure whether Lecco will actually play in the Serie B next season, as their stadium isn't up to standard and they have failed to reach an agreement to play their home matches elsewhere. If this does actually go through, Brescia will stay in the Serie B and Lecco won't get promoted. From South Korea we see Gwangju FC newly added, and they were founded in 2010, which is just 13 years ago, and they last played in the first year in 2021. Daejeon Citizen were founded in 1997, which is 26 years ago, and they won a Korean FA Cup once in 2001. From the Netherlands we saw PEC Zwolle promoted to the Eredivisie, and they were founded in 1910, which is 113 years ago, and they won the Dutch Cup in 2014. Heracles Almelo also got promoted to the Eredivisie, and they were founded in 1903, which is 120 years ago, and they were in the Eredivisie for 17 seasons before getting relegated last season. They also won the Eredivisie in the 1926-27 season and the 1940-41 season. And the last newly added team from the Netherlands is Almere City, who were founded in 2001, which is just 21 years ago, and they are actually the youngest Dutch professional football club to reach the Eredivisie. From Norway we see Brann promoted, who were founded in 1908, which is 114 years ago, and they have actually only missed 2 seasons in the first year since 1987, in 2015 and 2022, and they have won won the Norwegian First Division 3 times. Stayback Football were founded in 1912, which is 111 years ago, and they actually won the league in 2008. From Poland we see Lodz Promoted, who were founded in 1908, which is 115 years ago, and they are actually one of the founding clubs of the Ekstraklasa, and they managed to win the league twice. Ruch Warschau were founded in 1920, which is 103 years ago, and they are actually one of the most successful football teams in Poland, winning the league 14 times in their club history. Pusha were founded in 1923, which is 100 years ago, and they actually got promotion in the same year as their 100-year anniversary. From Portugal we see Moreirense Promoted, and they were founded in 1938, which is 84 years ago, and they first played in the top tier back in 2002. Varennes also got promoted to the first division, and they were founded in 1910, which is 113 years ago, and their highest placed finish was 5th in the 1994-95 season. And the last newly added team from Portugal is Estrela de Amadora. They were founded in 2011, which is just 12 years ago, and they were actually originally founded in 1932 but went bankrupt in 2011 due to financial problems. Just one new Irish team will be added in EASFC in Cork City, who were founded in 1984, which is 39 years ago, and in a survey published in 2020 the club were actually the highest supported club in Ireland. From Romania we see Politehnica Iași Promoted, and they were founded in 1945, which is 78 years ago, and the club's best finish in the top tier is 6th in the 1965-66 season. Steaua Bucharest also got promoted to the first division of Romania, and they were founded in 1947, which is 76 years ago, and they have won the first division 20 times, actually also winning the Champions League back in 1985-86. Dinamo Bucharest also got promoted, and they were founded in 1948, which is 75 years ago, and they have won the first division 18 times. From Saudi Arabia we see Al Ahly promoted again. They were founded in 1937, which is 86 years ago, and they have won the first division 3 times. Al Hazm also got promoted, and they were founded in 1957, which is 66 years ago, and they have won the first division 2 times. Al Oghdud were founded in 1976, which is 47 years ago, and they also got promoted to the first division of Saudi Arabia. Al Riyadh were founded in 1953, which is 70 years ago, and they once finished second in the first division in the 1993-94 season. We see one newly added team from Scotland in EASFC and Dundee FC, who were founded in 1893, which is 130 years ago, and they won the first division once in the 1961-62 season. From Spain we see Racing de Ferrol promoted, and they were founded in 1919, which is 103 years ago, and they have actually never played in La Liga before. Amorebieta also got promoted, and they were founded in 1925, which is 98 years ago, and they have only been promoted twice to the second division. Alcorcon will also be added in EASFC, and they were founded in 1971, which is 51 years ago, and they have actually never played in La Liga before either. And the last newly added team from Spain is El Dens, who were founded in 1921, which is 102 years ago, and they have also never played in La Liga before. From Sweden we see Bromma Poikana promoted, and they were founded in 1942, which is 81 years ago, and they are actually the largest football club in Europe in terms of active teams of all ages, having had 247 teams and 3,000 players in 2007. Halmstads were founded in 1914, which is 109 years ago, and they have won the Swedish First Division 4 times. Lausanne were founded in 1901, which is 122 years ago, and they got promoted to the Swiss Super League for the first time in their club history. From Turkey we see Samsunspor promoted, who were founded in 1965, which is 57 years ago, and they played in the Intertoto Cup in 1997. Rizespor got promoted to the Super League, and they were founded in 1953, which is 70 years ago, and the Rizespor-Trabzonspor rivalry is also known as the Black Sea Derby. Pendikspor were founded in 1950, which is 73 years ago, and they got promoted to the Super League for the first time this year. And despite having a close competition, we will see one new American team added into EASFC in St. Louis City. They were founded just 3 years ago in 2019. They joined the Western Conference this year as an expansion team, and one name they have in their squad right now that you might remember is Roman Burki, the former Dortmund goalkeeper. If you want to know which teams get removed from the game in EASFC, then click the video you see on your screen right now and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other career mode news, and I will see you at the next video.